it's Katie, the Crafty Crab, and I've got a project share for you today. So I've been working on this mini album since the summer. Myself and a fellow crafter on YouTube, Jane, who is, you can find her on YouTube as Grumpy Old Crafter, we agreed to do a mini album swap. As some of you may have known, I went to Florida for my 40th birthday, and so she was going to do a Disney themed album, and I wanted to do one that would be to celebrate the birth of her first grandchild. So I thought I'd share it. I haven't done a process video because it hasn't been a nightmare, but I think this is just a prime example of biting off more than you can chew. But I'm really happy with the result, and I'm finally sending it off to Jane a few months late. So I filmed this on my iPhone, so apologies that it's a bit wobbly, but I thought it was the best way to show you all of the different elements. Now, one of the things in this album is that there are a few personal photos, so I'm going to cover those up so that just to maintain Jane's privacy. So first of all, here is the mini album. It's kind of like, you can see the pages there, it's kind of like a box, so I'll just turn it around. So for the structure I used cereal packets, and I just layered them up to provide a bit of sturdiness. I knew I wanted to do not many pages, so I think I've got about 5 pages in here, but I wanted it to be really dimensional. But one of the reasons, and I'll just bring it down here, is that with some of the pages I think I put too big a gap in between them. Let me just get Munchkin out of the way. Come on, down you come. Okay, we'll leave you there for now. You can just, so I also thought this would be a good project share to show when you kind of go wrong. So yeah, so you can see the gaps between these pages. I thought if I build a nice amount of dimension in, I can really put lots of 3D stuff in, but actually I didn't need that much space. So one of the other things, so I built the structure first, and I had this clasp opening, but because there was even more space here between the front cover and the first page, so I ended up having to take these off and stick them on at the end, because it was kind of coming up far too high. So to stick these back on, I just used some patterned duct tape, and then used some double-sided sticky to put some really smooth ribbon. So let me just stop here. Okay, so you've seen how it opens with the clasp here. So it then kind of slides down to open, and as you can see, so the papers I use kind of turquoise and purples throughout, and there's the ribbon there. So let me just slide this. Actually there's no, oh no, that was fine. So sorry about this. So the first page, so her granddaughter is called Emily. So we have a fold out page here, a photo mat with some washi tape, some bling. So I've spelled out her granddaughter's name, some sticky notes that I stuck down all the way, and another photo mat. And then you go over, and there's a nice big photo mat, and then I bordered it with these jeweled flowers. And then let me just, it's quite big, so there we go. And then on this page we have some baby bunting, 2 photo mats. Jane and I both share a love of cats, so I had to use this cat washi tape, and family, never a dull moment. Okay, so the next page is this kind of waterfall area. So I've put the words Little Angel and pretty border, and we've got, I think, room here for 6 photos. So the first photo mat, oh no, this bling keeps falling off, so excuse me a minute. Okay, so the first waterfall is just craft paper stock, and then I contrast it with this spotty polka dot with the word smiles. Then we have another one, photo mat, and the word memories. And then on this final one, I've actually got a picture of Jane's granddaughter, so I will cover that up. And another photo mat revealing just these words, family is everything. And the thing about Jane as well is I know how important her family is to her. And then this side we have a pocket, and in this pocket we have another page that I have 2 photo mats and some embellishments, and then I've just used some ribbon on the side and lots of different textures. And then I really liked this quote, chase your rainbow, so I edged this with ink and stuck that down as well. So you turn this page over, there's a photo of Jane and her granddaughter there hugging, so that's why I've used this word hug with these lovely paper roses. I've used some jewels here and some more, another photo mat for her to back something onto. And as you can see, even though it's kind of almost like a baby book, and I've used complementary colours, I've also kind of not kept it to a specific theme and just let each page develop. So this page is probably the most 3D. This was a Heidi Swap stencil, so I stamped out all of the words and the hearts and then just went around them in black. I really wanted to use this bird cage. There's a white flower inside, and then I weaved all of these little flowers and used glossy accent glue to stick all that down. And because it was a baby book, I found all this really cute Peter Rabbit stuff. So there's a nice photo mat there. This background is actually napkins that I've used Mod Podge to stick, and then I've got all of these little images that I've backed and edged with ink. And then at the bottom here, so this comes down and we have more Peter Rabbit images, a photo mat with Peter Rabbit, someone special, and another one there. So let's just move. So this flap pulls down and you've got a great big photo mat, Peter Rabbit and his mum, and some lovely pearls. And then here, these were from Paper Chase. These are Peter Rabbit envelopes, so I've stuck 2 there, and I just made some simple tags. No photo mat, so I don't know what she wants to do with those. She can write on them or put some backing on there, and put those in the pockets, and they tie up. And then also here from a previous card making magazine maybe, I've got these lovely Peter Rabbit cards, and I've just they're blank, and I just put them there in a flap to journal on or to put some special messages, memories even. So that is that page, and let's turn it over. Bear with me a second. I'm really sorry this is so juddery. So on the back here I've used a Polaroid mount with that's Munchkin again, with a black mat and the word say cheese. And then I've got a little pearlesque envelope. This is from Craft Box, so she can put any little bits in there. And I've built up these flowers here. So now we get to one of my favourite sections, but also very heartbreaking. So in the middle of making this, unfortunately Jane lost her husband, and it was a real shock. Nobody saw it coming. And one of the things that Jane and I discussed about this mini album anyway was that we'd have enough pages or opportunities for her to share having a grandchild with her and her husband. So I'd already started work on this page when I heard he'd passed away, but I've made this kind of middle page very much towards him for Jane. So there is, I can show you a bit. So I've actually got a small photo frame, quite a thick wooden one that's already been distressed with gold. The words "the greatest pops," because that's what he was called. And then a craft coloured photo mat with a heart and some metal embellishments. Then it flips up, and I use the words "forever in love, always," and some of this black heart-shaped tape, which was from G's Emporium. And then I made these photo mats just using some book paper that I thought was nice, and inked around the edges. Now on this page we have an insert that has a photo of Jane and her husband. I've got some heart-shaped embellishments and the words "we are together" on the back, at the bottom. And on the back I've just kept it really simple, one big photo mat with a kind of burlap flower and some pearls at the bottom. And I won't show what the pocket is like, because in fact I'll just leave that there. The pocket has, I can show you the top, it has this photo paper, this photo washi, and I've got 3 pictures of Jane's husband with his granddaughter, and she can obviously use this pocket as well as putting that piece in anything else as well. So, and then on this page I've just kept it simple again, craft coloured paper and some crochet flowers, so keeping the colours really simple and neutral. And I'll just, and then this is the last page. So I've tried to keep the interest up as well by doing different flaps and opens, and this one is very kind of girly and baby friendly. So we've got the word "sweetie," a photo mat here and a tiny little teddy bear, and then this opens all the way out and we've got Little Miss Sunshine with some Mr. Men characters and a photo mat. I saw this image in a magazine, so I cut this out. All you need is love, love is all you need, with some washi tape. And then here, because Jane also likes fairies, so there's a picture of her granddaughter there, some flower fairies with fairy dust. I cut this out and decoupaged this image, and a photo mat there. And then on the back, it's very neutral. We've got the words "family" and "together," and 2 more photo mats with some resin flowers. And then I've just created on the back of the album, I have a pocket which is just a paper bag that I've edged with washi, and inside there is this fold out, and this I added this after Jane lost her husband, because I wanted there to be more for her to add to. So I've got this beautiful darling little charm and this quote, and then inside very floral, cherish moments, photo mats, love you to the moon and back, and then butterflies and hearts on this side. So that goes in the back. And then this other, so yeah, we have here the words "remember" and 2 flowers, and then this pocket here, and I just decorated 2 tags. So I've got "love the little things" with some ribbon, and I was trying to go for shabby chic kind of vintage, and she can just write on the back there. And this one, it says "just breathe," and again it's I've used some book paper and some neutral colours, and I think these were really inspired because I I wanted to be able to tell my lovely friend Jane, you know, it might feel like the end of your world at the moment, but you know, one step at a time, and I really hope she likes this as a way to keep hold of all our memories. So then, just to finish off, you see that's the spine, and you've got the duct tape and the ribbon, and there's the front again. So I am really pleased with how it's turned out. It has taken me a lot longer, and you can probably see here there are lots of the joints that I ended up strengthening or adding washi tape to hide a multitude of sin. For instance, on these pages, these weren't looking right, so I added the gold washi. I also wanted to show you some of my work, to say as well, you know, nobody's perfect, and I thought it'd be a good way to show how I've hidden some of the imperfections. But I really hope Jane likes it, and I wanted to share it because I'm really proud of this, and I did it really completely out of love for her, because even though it was a swap we agreed to do, I put a lot into this afterwards. So that is the end of my project share. I hope you liked it. Once again, I'm really sorry about the shakiness, but I'm using my iPhone because this was easier to film that way. I hope you liked it. I'd love to hear your feedback if you've had a go with mini albums, and I really hope my friend Jane likes it. I put a lot of love into this, tried to keep it as fun as possible, but a nice place to put photos and remember the important loved ones in your life, because I know how much she loves her family. So if you're watching, Jane, sending you lots and lots of love, and I will see you guys on my next video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.